What's indeed going on, Jerome's? It's a beautiful Friday, and we're going to do up a mock draft in homage of former Vikings legendary quarterback Tommy Kramer. All right, 2-minute Tommy, Tequila Tommy, 494 Tommy, Miracle at the Met Tommy, all that good stuff. Because yesterday, back on that doesn't work. Anyways, he put out a modest proposal from a quarterback's point of view, former quarterback's point of view. Kramer, I would like to see the Vikings draft the kid from Penn State, Olufashanen, or Notre Dame, Joe Alt. It all starts in the trenches. You need to be able to run the ball. A good offensive line is a must. Randall McDaniel was a huge piece for the Vikings so many years, often overlooked. And if they can get Kirk for $30 million, great. If not, let him walk. Get his money out. He deserves elsewhere. He earned it. I can't even get the NFL to pay for anything medically I need. Let these guys get their money while they can. And draft a quarterback in the second round and bring in Minshew for a couple years. Only my opinion. I trust the staff to do the right thing for the team. So we're going to fire up a mock draft and do exactly what Tommy Kramer suggests. And so our scenario, Kirko Wacko getting paydo somewhere else. So Minshew in as a bridge quarterback. Let's go. And just for schnitz, Daniil and Wanham back, Reisner re-signed, Jordan Hicks re-signed, and then Christian Wilkins and Antoine Winfield Jr. Are open free agents. And the Vikings using some cap savings by not having to re-sign Kirk. Spend it wisely. So a defensive line is sutured up, and also Winfield Jr. on the back end. Let's go. Righting some wrongs like Quantum Leap, man. So heading into the draft, the offensive line depth, I mean, on paper, it looks pretty good. I mean, you got Darisaw and O'Neal on the outside, around the outside. Reisner back as a free agent. Bradbury remains. Although, if the Vikings want to do something with Bradbury, they have to do it before the third day of the new league year because a significant portion, if not all, of his $4.9 million base salary, I believe, becomes guaranteed. So, who knows? Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's just say in our scenario, Vikings cut Garrett Bradbury. Woo! Let's go. And Ingram is also there. So, starting off this draft, we're going down in an earlier round. All right, so, and of course, as Tommy Kramer said, Joe Alt goes to the Giants, and Olufashanen goes to the Tennessee Titans. So it is what it is. But we're going with the spirit of what Tommy was talking about. So we're going to build up that mother friggin' offensive line. So sitting at 11, chilling. Talise Fuaga. Now, you could flirt with kicking him inside. I think that would be kind of a waste, to be honest. But I think that there are several high-end interior offensive linemen in this class. Well, let's just take a gander. Because here's the thing, what some people may not be completely sold on Darisaw. I am. He just has to stay healthy. And O'Neal, are we worried about O'Neal's health long term? I don't know, man. But we need to focus on that interior offensive line. So looking at interior offensive line in this class. So JPJ is obviously the man crush. We should secure his services. Zach Frazier is a stud from West Virginia. In fact, this is a pretty good center class. I do like Drake Nugent, even though he's kind of in the Bradbury mold. Bo Limmer from Arkansas is a dude, man. And in terms of guards, Cooper Beebe is a guy that I've liked a lot. Mahogany. Richard Leatherbaum Mahogany. Have himself a good week. Christian Haynes is an absolute friggin' monster as well. I do really love him. So the Vikings have a lot of options in this spot. So I would not be mad at all, frankly, if they just sticked and picked and took JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson, the center from Oregon. But yeah, let's flirt a little bit. Let's flirt. So how far can we drop? All right, so Cincinnati wants to come up 7 spots. It's going to cost you, Chief. All right, so can we get... Can I kick it? Yes, you can. All right, so here's what we're going to do. 11 and 2 fifths and a sixth for 18, 49, 80. So then the Vikings end up with 18, 42, 49, 80, 108. I kind of like this one. There you go. Now, please don't let anything bad happen. All right, so we're back on the board. I don't think anything bad happened. All right, so we grooved our spot. We picked up an additional second-round pick. We're back in the third round. Baby, we got a stew going. And we got JPJ. Let us go. I'm already fired up about this one. Tommy Kramer seems like a good time. I gotta get out there and I gotta party with Tommy Kramer. Now, as he said from his thing, so build the trenches and take a quarterback in the second round and get Gardner Minshew. So we're going to do that. Now, I don't think that Penix makes it to 42. I think that even though he sort of had an uneven week at the Senior Bowl, it's been a bit disappointing. I do think that he has a chance to play his way into the first round. J.J. McCarthy is also sitting here chilling. Now, this comes down to what do you want? So Penix is a little bit older of a prospect. McCarthy is a true junior. And Penix, there's a lot of health issues, but I mean, that release, that pop out of there. So the Vikings do have the choice between the two national title game quarterbacks. Now, McCarthy is a toolsy guy. He does have the size. He does have athleticism. He does have a relatively strong arm, and he does have accuracy. It seems like all of his traits and play were muted because of the style of play that Harbaugh liked on offense. And I could kind of go either way. Like my love for Penix is very well known, big Penix energy. But also, I mean, J.J. McCarthy has a chance to be dynamite. Now, could we gamble in this spot? Actually, no, we better not gamble. No, Tommy Kramer put his faith into us. All right, so we are going to take the developmental kid and sit in a year, maybe two, behind Gardner Minshew, and we'll go from there, man. We'll go from there. So now we're back on the clock at 49. Chop Robinson is there chilling, so that definitely intrigues me. Even with Daniil as well as Wanham back in the mix. Jeremiah Trout Jr., stud Brendan Rice. I feel like if Brendan Rice's last name was Bartkowski, I don't think that he would be getting that hype. Like, I really don't get it. Kalen King I like a lot. Sion Vaki, the safety running back. Let's go. Rook Aurora is also a big-time crush of mine. So what do we do in this spot? Like, do we keep hammering the interior offensive line just because we can? And also, since we do have Christian Watkins in the building, do I just overdraft Haynes? Like, where are our picks? All right, so our picks coming up are 49, which is current pick, 80, and 108. Do I just take Haynes because I feel like it, or do I see if he gets past 80 and settle for Cooper Beebe if it's not there, and just take Chop Robinson right here? Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. All right, so I'll take Chop Robinson. So we have our center, JPJ. We have quarterback of the future in McCarthy. We got a very toolsy edge rusher in Chop Robinson coming out of the Penn State. I think he could sneak into the first round. All right, so unfortunately, Christian Haynes with 78. I guess I could have made a move. Oh well. All right, so now Johnny Wilson, like 9 foot tall wide receiver, man. Mahogany is there, many leather-bound books. Cooper Beebe is also there chilling in the third round. It's weird looking at the availability in the third round since the Vikings don't have a third rounder. Here we go. Or now I'll just take Beebe. All right, so JPJ is going to be your day one starter, and Cooper Beebe is going to be that interior offensive line depth. And maybe he beats out Ed Ingram at right guard. Who really knows? I mean, there's lots of options on the table for the Vikings, but also I do want some tackle depth. All right, so who do we like in this spot? Because Quisenberry is solid, but I do want a tackle. Javon Foster is there. Henderson. Jennings, no. Pearl, no. Zion Nelson. All right. I mean, we take Blake Fisher, the other Notre Dame tackle. I mean, do Christian Jones. Me and Christian Jones. All right, so Christian Jones has been going late. I'm going to try and target him at pick 179. And then we'll see what happens there. But let's see what else is out there. So Spencer Irving is there chilling. Bucky Irving, again, former Golden Gopher, had some nice pop with Oregon. I do really enjoy his game. Audric Estime from Notre Dame. I mean, Ray Davis. I love Ray Davis's backstory. Oh, Michael Hall Jr. Yeah, we're going to take a running back later. Screw you guys. All right, so Michael Hall Jr., yeah, he's not the quintessential run stuffer that you're going to want. But his he's got some wiggle, and he's been borderline unblockable during Senior Bowl practices. So we got him going on. All right, so we got our, he can play 3 tech with 4-man fronts. He can play 4 tech, 5 tech with 3-man fronts. There you go. Braylon Allen. Well, let's actually look at the running backs. All right, so Allen, definitely more of a north-south runner. Marks, Schrader, Dylan Loeb from New Hampshire. Who I do like him a lot. All right, so we're on pick 129. Do we just take him? Let's take a gander at defensive interiors real quick. All right, Stackhouse is there. Logue. I mean, yeah, we certainly could still add some size on the inside. But in this spot, what do we do? I feel like running back is calling to me. But Kyrie Jackson I like too. Just take Kyrie Jackson. Yeah, screw it. All right, so taking Kyrie Jackson. Maybe I should have traded. Who knew? Who knows? Actually, let's pause. Let's see. Actually, we can't see who's on the board, can we? That's what is a little bit annoying about this entire process. But I do want to come back in. Knock, knock, knocking on the door. All right, so I'll give you a future 5th. Future 4th. Future 4th, and you give me some nice on the back end. There you go. All right, so making moves. All right, so we're going to take Dylan Loeb, have himself a great Senior Bowl week. Pride of New Hampshire. So he gets into the running back mix. So now we got 3 picks left, 179, 230, 244. We said we are going to try to target Texas tackle Christian Johnson. I think. We'll see what happens. Do we just take Joe Milton just because Cam Hart is there? I always love me some Cam Hart. Let's see here. Come on. Drop down. Zoom in and enhance. All right, so we missed on... That's fine. I'm just taking Cam Hart. Screw you guys. All right, so we got length on the outside at corner. Also, I really like the Kyrie Jackson pickup. All right, so 2 picks left, a 230 and 244. Definitely could add some linebacker help. I mean, could double dip again into the defensive line. And, the problem is, yes, with Wilkins in the building, not really a true nose either, but does add some bulk on the interior. Hall's more of a situational platoon guy in terms of rushing the passer. But overall, kind of like what we're doing on the D-line, which we'll get to. Take Jennings. Take Julian Pearl. All right, we're taking Donovan Jennings as our tackle project. That's what we do. Tommy Kramer's right, racking up and stacking up that offensive line. Kind of like where we're headed, especially the JPJ pick. Let's go, man. All right, final pick. Do just take the punter again. We always take the punter. Why not? Tory Taylor, the leg from down under. Congratulations, you're a Minnesota Viking. All right, so again, recapping. Tommy Kramer, blah, blah, blah. Got to build the offensive line. Kirk can walk if he's getting paid money. Sign Gardner Minshew, and that's exactly what we did. So Kirko, Wacko, Minshew, bridge quarterback. Daniil Wanham back. Reisner re-signed. Jordan Hicks is back. Christian Wilkins and Antoine Winfield Jr. were signed for agency. Also, we had the caveat, so the Vikings just straight up cut Bradbury, which they can do before the 3rd day of the new league year. No muss and no fuss. So let's see how things ended up. Oh, zoom in and enhance. All right, so traded with the Bengals. Who the Bengals end up taking? All right, so the Bengals traded up 1, 2, 3 for Jerzon Newton. I mean, it makes sense. Like Geno Atkins 2.0. So there you go. So the Vikings traded down with the Bengals, and they gave up 11, 2/5, actually 3/5, and the Vikings got 18, a second rounder, and a third rounder, number 80 overall. 18 taking JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson. D+, don't care about your grades, man. JPJ has got that ass, he's got size. He's going to be that leader up front. Already calls offensive line calls for the Oregon Ducks as 1 year starter, and also hustle down the field, where all of the highlights of Oregon, like JPJ's running downfield. It's kind of great, man. JJ McCarthy going to sit for a year, maybe two, behind Minshew and really marinate and absorb the Kevin O'Connell offense. Chop Robinson sitting there at 49, just chilling. I mean, that was way too much value, and he gets to be a situational guy behind Wanham and Daniil until he's ready to take over on his own. Then number 80 overall, third round pick, Cooper Beebe. I like the pick because now, even though Reisner's got the contract, even though Ed Ingram was the second round pick, I mean, more size, more competition, more just getting after it up front. Michael Hall Jr., going to be your situational, 4-tech, 5-tech, going to bring a little bit of a pass rush on the inside. Kyrie Jackson as well as Cam Hart. I really like that cornerback pairing, especially Hart with that length for the Flores scheme. Dylan Loeb coming in from New Hampshire, adding a little bit of special sauce to the Vikings running back room. Donovan Jennings out of USF, taken as the swing tackle prospect project, and then Torrey Taylor, the boomer, out of Iowa, the best punter in the freaking world. So snagging him at the end of the draft. So I think Tommy Kramer would be proud. 494 Tommy, 2-minute Tommy. I think he'd be good to go. So the offensive line, left to right, would be Darisaw, Reisner, JPJ, Ed Ingram, or Cooper Beebe, and then Brian O'Neill. I think he could win a Super Bowl with that offensive line, man. Plus J.J. McCarthy as your quarterback in the future. Let's go. But that's it. Tommy Kramer, 7th round, Vikings mock draft. You guys know what to do. Skol, production value.